Hi ladies, it's Valerie. Little man here is hanging out with me and he is kind of waking up, so I'm just gonna see how far we can get. Um, we've also actually all of us have been getting over a cold, so that's why my voice is a little hoarse. Um, and if you hear him, he may cough or snort or something. We've all been trying to get through this thing, so he is kind of waking up. He's got his hair all crazy because we had a bath before this. But we're hanging out. We're hanging out. He's looking pretty sleepy. So anyway, um, this is my mom must-haves video. I figured I better do this before I don't. So these are just some of the products that myself, have really loved and enjoyed during this first 10 weeks. So I'll just go down this list. I have quite a list, and I don't want to get too long in the video. So I will do some other product reviews of these items kind of on their own so that I can really explain them and take the time to share them with you. So anyway, I apologize for the hoarseness and the hopefully this little man will chill for just a few minutes and we'll see what we can do. So the first thing that I would say that was a must-have of mine is actually a product that I'm going to be doing a review and giveaway on. I know I've mentioned this a couple times. The product is called Sweet Knee, is the brand, I'm sorry. That's SweetKnee, Sweet Knee, and you can find them at sweetknee.com. They have not endorsed, my review at all. As far as, I haven't been paid to give a review. I'm just so passionate about their products, and they actually, I found them, I think I was around 35 weeks pregnant, and I found them via actually another mom on YouTube, and they had done a giveaway years ago, I think. And I couldn't find any more information about this product, and so I looked on their, I couldn't find any more YouTube information. So I went on their website, and they're an all-natural company. They're a small business run company, and they are somewhat local to me, a couple states away. So I went ahead and placed a product order, and I just love the fact that they're all natural ingredients. Most of them are certified organic and vegan, and so I will be doing a whole other video and rave on those. But oh goodness, oh, there's that cough I was telling you about. Poor guy. He's been such a trooper. But definitely the Sweet Knee products. And the three that I started out with were the Bun Glaze, which is like their #1 seller. This is awesome for cloth diapering, which I'll be doing a whole other video, cloth diapering. But it's great for cloth diapering. It's recommended. It's all natural again. It can be used, it's like basically an alternative to medicated ointments. So I'll get all into that later. But the Bun Glaze, they're I started out with more than three. Their Bun Glaze, their bubbly soap for him for bath time, their oatmeal cookie bath. They have this massage oil that's great. It's called Rub It Oil, and also the Hula Baby bar. So a couple different products that I had started out with. So sorry here. The other things Mommy must have was breastfeeding classes. I'm going to do a whole video on breastfeeding for us. But this was a must-have for me, and I'm so glad that we had breastfeeding classes. We've had a great breastfeeding relationship, and he's thriving. I have tons in the freezer for when I have to go back to work in a couple weeks, and I don't know how else to attribute it other than the support that you guys have given me on here, but also the breastfeeding class that we had that accompanied our Bradley classes. It was invaluable. Just understanding the mechanics of breastfeeding and knowing how it all works. Breastfeeding is obviously it's a very natural thing, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's easy. That doesn't mean that you and your baby are going to know how to do it. Each baby is different. Each mom is different. Just knowing the things to look for right off the bat, and just knowing how to do it, and knowing the importance of breastfeeding immediately if possible upon their birth, and just knowing how to work together to make that relationship work. And that's not to say there weren't some frustrating times, but far less than a lot of my friends. I didn't experience the pain that a lot of people experience because and again, I attribute that to knowing what I was doing. And that's not to say I didn't get help either. I'm sorry for the shaking. I I met with a lactation consultant at our pediatrician. I met with a lactation consultant before I left the hospital. My midwife at the hospital also helped, and my doula at our 2-week checkup helped. So I think that, the biggest must-have, I would say, is just support. Support of women around you, and support of men around you too. But as a mom, I can't express the gratefulness I have to the women who were so invaluable to me during those first, during those first few weeks. And I hate to, to say that some of your family may not even be as encouraging with breastfeeding. So it is so important to surround yourself with women and men who are very supportive, who know the benefits, and who actually believe in you and who are going to help create that environment. So I do a whole other breastfeeding class. I'm very passionate about that. I'm only on number 2 on my list, and I have such a long list. We'll see how this goes. Going along with breastfeeding, I have the Lancino. I meant to look these up before. They're little round circles, and they're gel beads inside of them. And you can either heat them up or freeze them. And those, those were great for engorgement, with helping with the uncomfortableness of that time when you are getting your milk in. And you will not be mistaken when your milk comes in. There were a couple times where I'm like, I think my milk's coming. You won't be mistaken. You'll pretty much wake up one day and your boobs will be rock hard, and you'll know that your milk's coming in. And you'll be dripping everywhere. So anyway, another thing going along with that are the Lancino Gel Soothies. They're like just little, again, smaller round circles that you can use just right on that nipple and areola area to help just soothe. And, honestly, again, with the knowledge that I had about breastfeeding, I only needed to use those items. The Soothies I used one time, just in the very, very, probably the very first week when my, it wasn't painful to nurse, but you do go through like a period where it's just, I don't know, you're not used to having all that going on right there on that part of your body. So it was just nice to have a little bit of soothing, and I just put those right in the fridge and pulled them out and put them on. So they were great to have. A pack and play with a changing table was huge. We have 3 dogs, and so to have a pack and play that had a separate changing table was great because we have a 2-story house. So we kept the pack and play down in the living room where we spent most of our time. And so we were able to use that as an area for him to take naps when he was a newborn. He loved to sleep in that thing, and he slept all the time. So he would sleep in there for his naps, and then also just having the changing table to get him off of like the couch or the floor where the dog hair might be, which we vacuum a lot, but with 3 dogs and just the seasons changing, it was nice just to have the separate place for him to have his space to change him and do all of that without worrying about, anything else getting on him. A Moby wrap. I say this, I don't think that I figured out how to quite use the Moby wrap correctly until just a couple weeks ago. But I did use it from the very beginning. I tried, and he was born a few weeks early, and he was born at the end of August, and I live in a place where it's very hot during the summer, and the drawback to the Moby wrap for us is that it's of course very, very long. We have dogs, again, so if I put it on the house, it's going to pick up dog hair, which again is no fault of theirs. But the fabric is it's a lot of fabric, and it's the thicker cotton, and so it's really, it was really heavy. So it was really heavy to wear, and it was hot. So he was uncomfortable. I felt uncomfortable. It was just, that was probably the biggest drawback. But I did love it because I could still wear him and be close to him, and go on walks and things like that. A bouncy seat, and we had just a regular cheap old bouncy seat we got for $10 from it was a garage sale thing, and it had been unopened. It actually still had wrapping paper on it. It looked like somebody may have received it for a gift and they didn't need it or want it. So we took it, and it was just a cheap one, and we really loved it, and we still use it. But we've been using it since he was born, basically, and came home. So he really enjoys it, and we enjoy it a lot. Because again, there are times that you need to take a shower, or let him have his time to just kind of hang out and kick around. So he loves it. Going back to the breastfeeding helps, V8 Fusion and oatmeal. I have downed more of those things than I ever have before. I never really liked oatmeal before, but all of everything online and a lot of you guys had told me that V8 Fusion, it's that V8 drink that's vegetables and fruit mixed together. First of all, it tastes great. It just tastes like a fruit drink. But that you also said that those two things really worked. And so we would make V8 Fusion, we'd drink that, and then we'd have oatmeal in the morning, and we would have, we would just sweeten it with a little bit, like we would just make it from the big oat canister, and we would just sweeten it with agave nectar or honey. Hi, are you talking? And we would just sweeten it that way, so it was still pretty healthy, and we'd pour like maybe a little milk in it or something. Help, again, help and support from friends, family. We don't have a lot of family that lives really close to us, but we do have a lot of friends, and we do have a lot of friends within our church family, which has been just irreplaceable as far as friends go and helping. So meals from them, we did not specifically ask anybody for meals, but our church does have a program for expectant parents to sign up for. Unfortunately, with him coming early and I didn't decide where we were going to deliver until a little bit later, I did not get signed up for it. But that was okay because we had tons of friends from our church as well, and family who brought us meals for pretty much the first few weeks. And it was great. It was so helpful because you're so tired those first few weeks, especially breastfeeding. He's up every, couple of hours wanting food, and you're just so tired. You're doing I feel like your days go by so quickly and you're so busy. So if somebody offers you, something, or says that they want to help, just let them know what you need. Tell them, bring a meal. It's something that they can do, and hopefully that it is kind of, if you want to socialize with them, that's great. A lot of people will know that you really just want the meal and want them to leave. It doesn't really matter either way. It's just your preference. Some days you're going to feel like you can't entertain people, and really those first few weeks you shouldn't. But a lot of people will just bring the meals and let you do your thing. So they may want to visit, of course, and meet the baby for a little bit, but other than that, usually they'll let you get going. So that is huge. We really missed when the meals stopped coming for us, I will say that. And my husband and I both cook. Well, he cooks way more than me, but we cook, and we were loving just kind of being treated and taken care of. It was really helpful. In saying that too, I also made freezer meals. Again, he came 3 weeks early, and I wasn't expecting that. So I didn't get as many made as I had liked, but I did get, I think 2 pans of baked CD made, a few portions of chicken pot pie, a few portions of this chili that we really like. So, oh no, he's going to wake up. So he's going to be hungry. So I would suggest freezer meals too. Those are great. And I can provide links on my blog that I will be publishing, launching in a few days here. I'll make sure to put links up there for freezer meals that I found helpful. A wipes warmer, that was really helpful to have by our bed for nighttime changes. I will say that they lose their warmth really quickly once you take them out anyway, but it was helpful. It has been helpful, and we still use it, just to have those moist wipes already ready for us, because during the day we just use a spray bottle with our wipes, so to have them already wet in the warmer. Hey, buddy. Okay, we'll say bye. That was really helpful, so I'm going to go feed him, and y'all come back for part 2. All right, bye.